wanted from a long time. So let me introduce you with our speaker for today. Our speaker is Ishika Kesarwani. She is SD at Dell, and she will be revealing the secrets of getting your first internship through uh, tech communities. And she will be telling you all about what exactly tech communities are and what are their importance. And yes, we will be also revealing about what we were cooking from last few days, which you were seeing on the JDSC social media handles, right? So just let me just quickly go through few stuff. Rishabh, can you just share the slides if you have? Cool. So the thing which we were like cooking something like that, or we were planning for it, it's for everyone who are out there who are looking for the internships, who are looking for some sort of opportunities in the tech. We all are like, I hope like we all are in the CSIT branch and all, right? But we always struggle to find the opportunities to get start with our tech journey, and that's why like we wanted our session, our first event around this particular thing. So without any delay, like I would just like to uh, ask Rishabh if you can just share your screen. Yeah, cool. Till then, just I want to know that are you all from CS branch only, or few of you are from electrical or EE or ET branches too? And are you all from Indore or like outside Indore? Just let me know the cities you are from. I'm from mechanical. That's great. Just type the city from where you are joining in right now. Like, are you from Indore or from outside Indore, or where are you from? Just type the city name. Indore. Okay. Jaipur. That's great. Indore. Okay. Nice. Devas. Pune. Oh, good to see people from the Pune are also here. Nimach. Nice. Ujjain. Cool. Awesome. Indore, Chennai. Awesome. My background was electronic and communication, now data science. That's great. Like my background, like we are also studying. Like my uh, branch is also data science only. Jaipur, Indore. Yeah, good to see that people are from Jaipur, Mangalore, and different cities who are joining uh, us. Okay, wait. Rishabh, I can share the screen with. Don't worry, I will share it. Yeah. Can you see my screen? Just let me know if my screen is visible or not. Cool. So we all are launching a community, a place for everyone who are into tech, and it's a place like. Can you any one of you guess the name of the community? Like it's visible there, it's half visible, but I would like to see like if any one of you can guess it in the chat. Can I get in the chat like what exactly it is written there? You can, okay, take hunters. Okay, so yeah, so our new community name, or the place where we are uh, inviting all the hunters who are struggling in the tech industry or in the tech career to join us. So who we are? So we are tech hunters. And what exactly tech hunters is, I will not take a lot of time of it. I will just take 2-3 minutes of it, so that like we can get back to our event. So I just want to explain like who are tech hunters. So it's a community built to unite all the tech hunters who have the same share of love, interest, and compassion for technology. And when I tell that compassion, so the main focus is about like building everything together. And that's why like we aim to bring together all the community centric hunters to provide them with the perfect space where they can nurture their tech curiosities by building, networking, collaborating, and sharing their wisdoms, insights, and experience together. So like what exactly it is and what's on, right? So we just don't want to be you might have seen the we were hyping up with the word big there in the social medias, but we just don't want to be big, but we want to do little things in the most beautiful way out there, right? So as people says that the sky is the limit, we don't want to bound ourselves with only technologies by few companies. Like we don't want to be get limited by the companies and their advertisements. We stand with any tech that empowers, uplifts emerging developers like you all. So that's why like we built this place for you all, and we all welcome you all here. So can I just get some reactions or something in the or some things of like uh, uh, some sort of activity in the chat or some sort of reactions or something like that, so that I can just go ahead with the thing. Yeah, cool, cool. That's great. That's great. Awesome. So it's just like I just really appreciate our content. Whoever wrote this line, Avengers have a Hulk. Can we have you? So one can't like we can't accomplish anything alone, right? So we all invite you to join us in building this community culture together. So Tech Hunter starts with T. We used to think that Tech Hunter start with T, but to be honest, it starts with you. So let's come together and give up whatever it takes to set up the best community culture out there. Now, this is what we were cooking from last few days, few weeks, to be honest. And we do have a couple of things planned, and we will be revealing all of them one by one. Those who are from Jaipur, those who are from Mangalore, those who are from outside of Indore, they will be also able to join us. We will be providing an opportunity, and we will be revealing that too. Like we will be launching that too soon. So you all will be getting that opportunity to come to together in Indore. So I will be not revealing that right now, but yeah, that's there. So as it's our first event and it's our first start, so I just want to we just want to celebrate it with some sort of contest and stuffs, right? So we do have contest with us. It's not like a contest or something. It's just like uh, uh, our way to celebrate our first this our way to celebrate this reveal, right? So we you all have come to know that like it's like Tech Hunters, right? Now where you all will be able to join it. So you all will be able to join it at the link which I'm sending it here in the chat itself. Good to see that there are 96 folks here, like really amazing. So this is the link which I'm sharing in the chat. You all have to join it here, and just go through this the thing which I have mentioned you about. So what you have to do exactly, so we are giving away two YouTube premiums for those who have the best introductions out there. Like when you will go to that link, so you will see this server, right? So when you will join this server, this is a Discord server. If a lot of folks who are not aware with this server with Discord, so what they can do, just ping me anytime on the WhatsApp. I will let you know like how to use Discord and all. For those who are aware of it, so you just have to go to this introduce yourself channel, and there you have to introduce yourself. You can see couple of introductions are there. So though we will be giving away those two YouTube premiums to the best introductions out there. Be creative as much as possible. We want to know like who you are, where are you from joining, and what are your interests and all, right? So I'll be sharing that link, particular link in the community too. So let me share that too. But so that is the one thing out there. Second is like we do have a channel called Let's Learn in Public, right? Let's learn together. So we want every one of you to collaborate, and you might have seen a lot of communities out there, right? But I want that you all come here and see it as a safe space out there, right? So uh, there is another contest. First is like introduce based introduction. Second is let's learn together. So learn in public is very important. Ishika will tell you about like why exactly it is important and why you should learn in public. Like it's really important. Like there are 90 plus folks, 93 folks here, right? And 10 of them are waiting in the lobby. I will just admit them. Yeah. So we have reached great thing is like we have reached the limit of Google Meet right now. So that is really great. So we all, a lot of folks are here, right? 100 folks are here. But how will people come to know about you? Like how will people come to know that this person is Ayush is learning this, Ayushi is learning this, Achal is learning this, Dinesh is learning this, and how every one of you will come to know, how everyone, like how others who are hiring or who are building some sort of new things or who want to hire new talent, how they will come to know about you. They will come to know about you when you will share your learnings in public, right? Whatever you are learning, if you are learning about the communities here, how to get internships here, so you should share all of them with your network. What I mean by network means like whatever social media platform you do use. I will prefer like LinkedIn and Twitter here. So our because Twitter has more potential than LinkedIn. uh, that's what I have experienced till now. So that's why our this contest will be on LinkedIn itself. So what you have to do, like throughout the session, Ishika will be sharing a lot of things about a lot of stuff and her experience too. So you have to make a Twitter thread and you have to share about it on your Twitter handles, or you can also share like LinkedIn posts or Instagram stories or anything else. But it's really important, to be honest. It's not like I'm flexing or I want promotion kind of thing. It's important for you all, because if you will not share like what you are learning in the public, others will be not able to know that what exactly this people is doing, right? So if you will be sharing this with things with the people out there, so they will become to know that yeah, this is the person who is doing web development, who is doing Android development, and I should approach him for this opportunity, right? So that's why like I just want to build, inculcate that learn in public habit in you all. So that is the reason I will be just sharing like the social media handles of Tech Hunters too. To be honest, like I would like to share how like the if you will go to like Tech Hunters, wait, let me just share the link with you all. So here is the link tree link. Just go and visit Instagram post. Like you will be amazed by like how they have created, like our designer has put a lot of efforts in designing all those uh, like grade and stuff. Just go and see it out and check it out. So there are two, just briefing it all. So there are two contests. First is introduce yourself. You have to go to introduce yourself channel, and you have to introduce yourself most creative way out there. Second is like learn in public contest, where you have to share your learnings on the public, and you have to you can take Tech Hunters. The links are like the handle is Tech Hunters, and there are four double S at the end. So you can take that, and there is one hashtag which we are following for this particular contest, that is Tech Hunters. So make sure to include that tag, so that we can just let know that yeah, you have sent something, you have tweeted something, or you have shared your learning in the public, right? Cool. So that's all. Now I hope like you will enjoy this event. So welcome, Ishika. Like I would like to invite you for this particular event. Thank you so much for taking your time. And without any delay, like Ishika, as the screen is yours. So yeah.
Hi, folks. Thank you, Vinay, for the introduction. And I'll just start right away with the presentation. And like before I start, I just want to make sure that everyone is into this session, and I want you all to interact with me because I don't want to be the only one speaking because it gets weird at times. So, hi there. Hi, Jansi. So, I've started presenting my screen. Can you all confirm if it's visible to you guys? Hi, Dheeraj. Okay, perfect. Okay then. Before we start, can you all just write in which year you guys are in? Fourth, third, second, third, first. That is amazing. It's really nice to see that when people from first year are attending such events. Like you might not realize it how important it is, but it's definitely going to help you guys a lot, maybe in the future. Okay. And like since you can see my screen, so today I'm going to talk about cracking your first tech internship as a fresher, because you know the struggles are real hard. So like how many of you have done internships previously? Not done yet. I have done some gigs. Okay, that is amazing. Freelancing is a really good opportunity for you guys. Wow. It's nice to see that people are actually getting internship. Cool, amazing. Did some freelancing, not yet. Cool. Okay then. Before we start with the session, I wanted to introduce myself to you guys. Wait, it's not moving. Wait. Okay. So hi folks, I'm Ishika Kesarwani. So I'm just a recent graduate from UPS Dehradun, and currently I am a SDE at Dell Technologies. I'm also a GitHub campus expert from the Uttarakhand region. And I am also a MLH fellow, and I've worked under the GitHub organization with M&E Insight. And I was also the GDSC lead of UPS. Now I've graduated from that as well. None through GDSC community. Okay, amazing. Okay, I'll try to read the comments side by side, and I would love to interact with you. So, like, if you're having any questions, just type it out. If I'm able to answer it at the moment, I'll do that, or else we can take that question at the end. And then I just let me know if you find something really important, we can just stop and answer to it. Perfect. So also, like, I just wanted to let you know that I've added a lot of memes in between so that this session does not get boring for you guys and it's a fun learning for you too. So if you're in college right now, securing an internship is like your golden ticket. So like when you're applying for a company for a full-time offer, so if you're having some experiences beforehand, obviously you're going to get a upper hand. So do as many as internship that is possible for you guys. How we can get good job through GitHub? I don't know what to answer to that. I mean, obviously, it's the work that you're going to do. Anyways, so like if you're in college, people might be talking about friendships or relationships, but right now, maybe you just want an internship. So when you're applying for your first internship, I know the struggle is real hard. Like I have been through that stage before, and I know how hard it can be. Like, because like I applied for like hundreds of companies and got rejected from all of them. So I have been in that stage that you are in right now. So it's totally relatable. And I'm going to help you guys through it. How you can, get an upper hand. How you will have to just get out of your comfort zone and you know get your first internship at least. So before starting with that, in college you'll be going through a lot of domains. So first, when you're applying for a company, it's important for you guys to choose a domain. But then again, I feel that college is a time when you can explore so many domains and so many opportunities. So never be afraid when you're going through the domains that you have right now. So like even if you're doing development right now, maybe you can do check out machine learning too, or DevOps or cloud security, anything that you want to, because college is the time when you can explore as much as possible. Because like after you get a full-time offer, switching might be a bit difficult for you guys. So take this opportunity to explore as much as possible. In my year, I have explored so many domains. In my first year, I did development, then I went to machine learning, then I went to cloud, then I again went to development, then I went to embedded systems and whatnot. So like it's important for you guys to explore as much as possible for you when you're in your college. So so it's important for you to take one domain if you're applying for an internship, and these are the the basic domains that might be available for you guys. So like currently, like whosoever is here in the meeting, can you just let me know what domain are you working at right now? It can be like your specialization as well, it doesn't matter. DevOps, that is amazing. DSA, Mon, statistical, okay, programmer, cool. That is good. That is amazing. Also, like one more thing that I would like to, give a tip to you guys is that, there are a lot of people who come up to me asking me that should we work on projects or should I just focus on DSA? So just to make it clear for you guys, when you're applying for a big MNC, like, for like Google, Microsoft or something, or like a very well-known MNC, you need to have the knowledge of DSA or at least the basics of OS, networking, and all the subjects which we usually skip in college. So for that you need to have that knowledge and some basic projects which you usually do in college. And if you're like good at some specific tech stacks, you can always go for startups. So that is one question that everyone asks, and that is the answer to that. Okay, that is amazing. We have a lot of people in various domains. Cool. So secondly, you need to create a resume, but when you're a fresher, you have literally no idea what you can type in it. Because like I, when I was in my first year, I had nothing to write in it, and it is tough to fill up your resume, to fill up that one page. Like, what am I supposed to do if I don't have any experience beforehand, right? So for that, what you can do is that first of all, you need to customize your application with the role that you are going to, apply for. Like I used to have multiple resumes. Like if I'm going to apply for a community role, I'm just going to fill it with community experiences. If I'm applying for a development role, I'm going to maybe fill it with some uh, contributions that I've done before or the projects that I've worked at before. So second is adding projects, and third is to keep your resume as minimalist as possible. Okay, I've seen a lot of people just putting up pictures of them, or choosing the worst color palette. Please don't do that. Just have the most basic resume that you can think of, and put the right skills on your resume. Like if I'm applying for a development role, why would I write down that I'm a data scientist, or I'm doing this or that? So make sure that whatever role that you are applying for, you will have to tailor out your projects or your experiences or your skill sets accordingly. So this was my first resume. I didn't really had anything to write. I guess it was maybe in my first year's end. So I just tried to fill it as much as possible, and I kept it as minimalist it can be. This is the basic layout that you can just find in that Google Documents for your resume. How many projects or domains should I mention in a resume if I have meant multiple? Just write two or three. Two is more than enough. Three is more than enough, but at least have two projects that you can write down about or talk about. So, like, what's the problem that you guys might be facing right now? That you're telling me that I need to have an experience before to get an experience? Because a lot of people think that, when I'm applying for an internship, it is important to have some experiences, and that is somehow true. But then again, how am I going to crack that internship if I'm not having any experience? So, for that, we are going to have um, some experience, and we can obviously start with open source. Because I'll tell you what, when, like, as I have said before, I applied to hundreds of company and didn't get into any of them, and that was probably in my first year's end. So I got rejected, but I just started contributing as much as possible, and that too on open source only. Because like open source is open to all, and like whatever that you're doing can be seen by anyone. Like even if you're working on some project which is made open source, you can always, share the link of that project in your resume and you can talk about it. And for you guys who might not be knowing about open source, um, open source in a nutshell. But wait. Before that, I would actually like to know from your end, what do you think what open source is? I mean, it is there visible to you guys, but then again, if you had to explain open source to me in one word, what would it be? I just want to make sure if I'm audible. Am I audible? Okay. Yeah, there was a lag, sorry. Okay, contribution, project in which people can contribute to, open to all. Yeah, open to all. When anyone can contribute, available to all, software built by all. Yeah. Rootstock scaling, high contribution. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is pretty much. But what's the best thing about open source is their community. So, like when you're working on some project, they definitely might be having some Slack channel or a Discord channel where like a lot of people are there who are going to help you out. So the best thing about open source is that you get to bond with the community, that you get to talk to people who already have some experiences, who can help you out to upskill yourself, and you get to gain knowledge. Because like when you're going there, even if you're not knowing anything, people over there are going to help you out because they have been in your place before. ऐसे खुद से उन्होंने नहीं सीखा है. Obviously everyone has taken help from each other. And with open source you also get to test your skills, because again, like, issues are open there, you just check it out, and according to your level you pick it up, and you can just check if you're able to do it or not. You make a PR, it gets selected and it gets merged. So you get to test up your skills, and that's the best thing about open source. You get to upskill yourself, you get to bond with a lot of people who are there who are going to help you out. I have this friend who got into this open source only. Like he just was working with TensorFlow. I guess you might be knowing about Karthike, right? So like even he was just a normal contributor. He just went up in that community channel. He just wrote that, you don't have any beginner level issues. So only for that guy, they opened up some issues to which he contributed to. And luckily, like within a year, TensorFlow was there in GSOC, Google Summer of Code. And obviously, people knew about him, and he got selected because he already knew about the project. And that is what open source is for you guys. And getting to know people is also going to leverage you a lot. So with me, when I was in my first year end, I applied to a lot of places, and Ondina was one of them. So for the people who might not be knowing about it, people from a data science background, I would definitely like recommend you guys to check it out as well. They have multiple projects going on monthly basis. So you just have to apply, and according to your level, they're going to give you like, you'll just join a group, and they'll divide it into some phases. And when you join those phases over there also, they will divide it into three parts, that is like beginner level, someone who has some knowledge, and someone who's going to manage you guys, or going to make sure that that project is done at time. So I joined this community, and this was my first open source contribution, and then got the certification. And then I had the proof of work that I have worked in this project, and I've worked on this tech stacks. So this is how I started, and then I got selected for the MLH fellowship, that too in my third year end. Okay. Again, like since I've been talking a lot about open source, we have a lot of opportunities which are present out there. Like we have Google Summer of Code. I'm pretty sure that most of you might have already heard about it. We have MLH Fellowship, Outreach, Google Summer of Docs, the Linux Foundation. Like all these are paid opportunities, but some of them are not. Like let's talk about Hacktoberfest. If you're someone who wants to start with open source, Hacktoberfest is like literally the best way you can start with. And then we have Girls Credit Summer of Code. And I've heard like a lot of people, they make fun of it, or, like everyone gets selected. But it's not really like that. They have so many projects out there that you can apply to, and you can apply as a mentor, as a supervisor, or just as a contributor. And they'll be having multiple domains, and according to your needs, you can just join it. You can just join as a mentor or as a contributor, and you get to learn so much because people over there are going to help you out. And also, like, I just wanted to make this one thing clear also. So, like, when you're applying for opportunities like MLH Fellowship, Google Summer of Code, and all, when you get selected, you need to have some experience for that. So, for that, beforehand, you need to, contribute to some normal projects so that you can show that you've been active in the community and that you have the knowledge of this XYZ domain. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, like out of you all, have any one of you cracked uh like any one opportunity from these or have applied before? You can just type here in the comment section. Applied many times. Have not started as of now. There's this one more thing that I've noticed in a lot of students, and that is that they don't apply to such opportunities thinking that they won't get selected. But I've always said this in almost all my session, and that is that there's nothing wrong in applying to any opportunity. The worst thing that can happen is that you'll get rejected, but at least you'll get a reason for your rejection so that you can work on it when you're applying for the same opportunity next time. So it's always better. Like even for me, MLH fellowship, I was not going to apply for it, and I don't know, out of the blue, I just applied and I got selected. But like if I wouldn't have done it, maybe like I wouldn't be here talking about it in a motivation to propose my crush. Yeah. I have this mentor, his name is Mini Chardio. So he was the one who used to say, like, you make streaks on Snapchat, but I make streaks on GitHub. And I have done that consistently. Like, as Vinayak had said this before too, learning in public is always going to help you out. And this is something that I'm going to specifically talk about afterwards. So, again, like whatever contribution that you're going to do on GitHub is going to be visible to the recruiters as well. So like if you've been working on some project, they're going to check it out. They're going to check the commits, the commit messages, and each and everything. Like when I used to hire people in the companies that I used to work in before, I used to check out their GitHub profile. Like, you know, have they been actually working on this or not, and if they actually know how to code, how the quality of their code is. Side by side, I would also like side by side, I would also like it if you guys share your GitHub profile over here. Just talk each other and just get to know what all you can do better. Amazing. Connect with each other, check out what projects that you're doing. I used to stalk people on the dashboard, like what's cooking in, what domain a person is working on, and what more we can do. Okay. And fourthly, I'm going to say that networking. Networking is always going to help you guys a lot. And this is something that people don't usually talk about. They'll be just focused on themselves and they won't be knowing about the opportunities that, are available. Like if I'm working on some domain, I'm just keeping it to myself. But what if I tell Vinayak about that? I've been working on this opportunity. Maybe he might be having some opening in his company and he might just, give me a referral out of there. So it is always important for you guys to network. And Then I'm just going to talk about some of the strategies that you can follow up to make sure that you're not losing such opportunities. So attend meetups. Vinayak, I was
Uh,
saying something?
Yeah, I just want to add one point here. Ishika has mentioned about importance of learning public here, right? So we all procrastinate a lot of stuff, right? Matlab, we think that I will start it from tomorrow, I will start it from day after tomorrow, something like that, right? But I want you all to start your learning public journey from today itself. So just whatever you are learning in this meeting, or whatever you are learning throughout this event, whatever you are learning from Ishika's experience, just you can just take the screenshot, you can just brief like what exactly you have learned from this event, and you can just share in public, right? So that's how you will start your learning public journey. So that is something which I want you all to start from today itself. Don't procrastinate and don't wait for some other day to start.
Amazing. I totally agree with you, Vinayak. It's always important for you to tell people what you're doing right now, what you're working at, so that you're always there in the radar. You never know. Maybe you're just going to tweet about something, and some recruiter might be needing that person for that specific domain, and you'll just get the job because that is how I got mine. Like the first job that I got was through Twitter only. I guess all the job opportunities that the internships, 3, 4 internships that I've done during my college tenure, I have gotten it through Twitter only from my profile. Okay, perfect. Good. So I'm sorry, there was some lag. Yeah. So, like, what do you guys think? What happens in a meetup? You might be like, seeing so many pictures on Twitter or on LinkedIn that I have attended this meetup or that event. What do you think? What exactly happens here? I would like to know it from your end as well. Networking like-minded folks. Definitely. In a community, everyone is helping each other to grow. I love to make conversation. That is good. Gain more insights on trending topics. Definitely, with the sessions going on. Perfect. So, when you're attending a meetup, most of the people just attend it for the swags or for, the food, free food. But it's just not constrained to that. But then again, starting with, you get to know about the technologies that are available, the domains that you can maybe work on, and getting to know about it, some hands-on um, sessions. But what's the best thing about it is that you get to meet like-minded people, people who've been, who are currently in college, or people who are working for some company. You can just talk to them. You tell them about what you're doing, what domain you're working at, and you can directly just ask them if they have any opening in their company as well. Like recently, I went up to this meetup, and this girl was telling me that she just recently got laid off and she needs an opportunity in UI UX. And I was sitting with my friend who is working in a really well-known company, and I knew that there's a opening for that person for that position. I directly took her to him, and she got the job. This is how meetups are like, and I'm not even kidding. Like you just go to a person, you talk about what you're working at, and if they have an opportunity for you guys, for you will get that job. And this is how powerful attending a meetup can be for you guys. You get to network out with so many people, with so many like folks who've been working in the companies and all, and again you get to make those connections. And then, secondly, I'm going to say that you need to be very active on Twitter and LinkedIn. Like, how am I going to get to know about you that you've been working on some specific project? You need to share each and everything over there, because like that is how I started. I like if any one of you know about me through Twitter, who've been following me for quite a long time, I used to post content around data science, and I was very active on it. I used to post a thread, or maybe some tool I got to know, or some certification that I'm doing, and I used to blindly just post it there. Why do I have so many followers on my GitHub? That is because I used to post the links on my Twitter profile, that today I worked on this and that, and this is my link, you can check it out, you can learn from it. I used to comment and write everything, explain everything. So I was very transparent on social media. Like even when I completed my 100 days of streaks on GitHub, when I posted it, in just a week I got 10, 15 job opportunities just like that. Like even if my friends might be having the same level of knowledge, they won't be getting it because they're not showing their work to the people around them, but I did, and that is how I was able to crack so many opportunities. And then we have the alumni, our seniors. Again, always go out to them, ask them what you should do, ask them for guidance, and ask them for for job opportunities, and they are definitely going to help you out. And then we have joining up communities, like how Vinayak told you about the community that he's starting. Join that, because over there you're going to find like-minded people. You can just talk about the project that you're working at, maybe some hackathon that you want to participate in. You can just so easily find people there who are eager to participate. So many of my friends just just they don't participate in hackathons thinking that they don't have teammates and all, but join these communities, you're going to find these people here. And then again, there are so many opportunities there in the they're available for you guys, but you basically miss it out. Why? Because you're not part of such communities who are going to talk about it. Like I'm not going to get any opportunity like that in my college group, or my friend group, but in these communities you're going to be updated about each and everything. A lot of people suggest making blogs regularly. Is that helpful? Definitely, yeah. Like if you're a content writer, do that. You can always get, like it's really easy to get these content writing gigs, and if you've been like blogging regularly, it's really easy for you. Like it makes you outshine yourself. You just need to get out of that comfort zone of yours and explore as much as possible. Okay. Also, like I also mentioned asking for referrals. I've seen a lot of people not taking up those referrals, thinking that people are just going to make fun of me that I got into a company through a referral. But it's not always like that. I'm not just going to like if I am the CEO of some company, I'm just not going to hire you just because my colleague told me about you. No, I'm going to take your interview. It just gives you a upper hand from other people who are applying for that company, like the big MNCs. Every day like 100, 200 people apply to it, but if a person is having a referral, he will be getting a chance to at least give the interview. Now it's on that person if he is able to clear up that interview or not. So if you're getting a chance to ask for a referral, go for it. There's no shame in it. And people who make fun of others saying कि ये तो referral के through ही गया है, ऐसा नहीं होता यार. No one is going to pay you for fun. And then again, like Twitter, like as I have mentioned it before also, it's really important for you guys to do all your learning in public. Like it has personally helped me a lot to grow myself career wise and as a person as well. Yeah. Twitter a thread. So how can you do, and how can you make sure that your social brand, like you're good at social branding, or if you're able to present yourself and how to gain that engagement. So you post about the projects that you're working on. Like you can always start with like the idea that is going on right now, and then you can show the prototype or something like that, and you can show your whole journey how you started. Like I on my side, I literally started with HTML CSS, and I was shamelessly posting about it, and then I went to React and whatnot. So make sure that you post regularly about the stuff that you're doing, post the projects that you're working on, interact with the people who are there on Twitter, comment on their posts, get to know about them, DM them if that project or something interests you, or there's some opportunity right there. So it is really important for you to interact with the people who are there on Twitter, and always keep an eye to the opportunities that are present. Again, the best way to get to know about the opportunity is through the community groups, or just being active on Twitter, because over there only you're going to get to know about the opportunities that are there, be a meetup or some fellowship program or anything just like that. And always keep everyone updated, even if it's like a small learning you did, post about it, because that is what I did, and that is how I grew on Twitter. And again, like, as I've said this before too, I'm just going to say this again. There's nothing wrong in applying. The worst thing that can happen is that you're going to get rejected, and that is a lot better than not just applying for some opportunity. So yeah, that was it from my end, folks. If you have any questions, you can comment it down, or like if you want to speak, you can do that as well. Just raise your hand for that.
So yeah, I hope like you have learned something out of this, like, and this session was important for you. So like, just like, if you want to get internship or something like that in Dell or something like, and if you want the reference from Ishika, so you can just contact her here. I have just shared her Twitter ID here. So yeah, I can see that Jansi has shared about. I can see a tweet or something. Yeah, so Jansi has shared about this event. So you all can also share about it and start your learning public thing. So that's all. I guess like we can have some sort of questions Q&A session now. If you have any question or something like that, you can just put them in the chat. Tanmay Singh, I missed a few steps here and there. If possible, could you share the transcript? Yeah, I will share the. We will share the recording. Like, we are recording whole event, so we will share this thing, uh, summary of this particular event. Cool. Anyone of you, do you have any like questions or anything like that? Otherwise, like, I will just go ahead with some of questions I do have in my mind. Okay, good projects for getting an internship. Yeah.
Hi, Vinay. Can you just let me know what domain you're working in right now? And also to all the folks who are scared to ask a question here, you can always reach out to me through Twitter. Just DM me once, I'll just check it out. Okay, we have web development. Okay then, like it totally depends specifically what domain you're working in web dev. If you're working in front end, you need to have some fancy websites, like the basic websites that you can think of. Maybe like it's been long, I haven't thought about it. Okay, so like if you're doing HTML, CSS, try to learn JavaScript as well, because that is going to give you upper hand. Now you can always just start with some basic project, like maybe a timer or like a form or like a basic newsletter. Try starting with that, and with time try to explore more projects. Then we have data science. Okay. Again, data science is divided into three parts, and you need to be very clear with that. Okay. In data science, let's start with data analytics. You need to have some projects on that, like some big data that you have picked up. You can share the visualization. For the visualization, try learning about Streamlight and host it somewhere. So if you would have asked me 1 year ago, I would have said, just take that COVID data and make some, good fancy presentation. But I would say, like, if you're a fresher, maybe just try to take data from that Yahoo website. I'm not very sure about the name. You can reach out to me. I'll send you the link. You can just scrap out the live data and make some visualization. Then we have data engineering that I'm not much aware of, so I'll skip that part. And then we have machine learning. So try to work on some basic projects about of like regression and all, or you can also work on machine translation system. That is also a really good project as a fresher. Kaggle, definitely, like, again, if you're applying for a data science role, it's really important for you guys to post your Kaggle link with your GitHub link, and just try to keep uh, yourself very active there. Try to post some data sets there, or have some notebooks in the Kaggle profile as well. I don't know about Avery. Yeah, Kaggle is a must. Again, try to participate on in the contest that happens there. Again, a really good opportunity. It doesn't matter if you're going to win or not. It's a good learning. And also, like if someone who wants to start with data science, Kaggle has literally one of the best resources. They're going to start with basics of Python and they're going to take you up to like semantic learning and whatnot. It's a really good resource for someone who's starting with data science. What was my first gig? And I don't think so. It was my gig. It was more like an internship which I got, and I was more inclined towards community. And that too, I got through Twitter only. Like I randomly went up to a person telling him that you can do this or that because I love to interact with people, and he directly asked me to join his company. Okay, been learning Rust for the past few months. Have you had experience with it? I haven't had the experience in Rust. बहुत थोड़ी सी coding करी है, so maybe I'm not the best person to answer to this. Does college matter during placements? This is going to be hard for you guys, but it does matters. Like when you're applying for a MNC, because like a lot of colleges who are third tier, due to recession, they're not getting the placement for the same company. I'm not going to take the name. People from tier 1 and 2 got the job, but even after getting selected, their offer of third or three tier colleges were revoked or were postponed. So it does matter in which college you are in at times, but always if you have an experience, you can always apply to companies on your own off campus. So again, a tip from my end, from my experience, is that always have some backup options when you're sitting for placement. Never ever depend on the college that you're working, like that you go to. I mean, obviously, you might just get a campus placement over there, but there's always a possibility that you can lose that opportunity. Like people from my college lost their job like 2 days before they're joining. So stuff like this happens. So always have a plan B when you're applying for a company. What is the road for final sem students to approach for data analyst job? Okay, so for this, I don't think so much of DSA will be required, but you need to have a really good knowledge when it comes to Python. You need to have some projects with you, and then we have this course on Coursera. You can check it on my profile. I'll share the link with you. It's on LinkedIn. That was a IBM data analyst course. I would recommend you all to do it. Try completing it. If you're in college, like we used to get these courses for free, but you can do courses like these, and yeah, you're good to go. Just be confident about the project that you have worked on, and that is it. अरे यार ऐसे मत सोचो. You just need to get out of your comfort zone and look for opportunities that are present. I know recession has hit a lot of people really hard, but then again, you just need that one job that you can easily get. If you're good at that tech stack or that skill set, you can always get that opportunity. Yeah. Anyways, I guess the questions are finished. Um, is there
Yeah,
anyone else?
yeah. So like we what we mostly lack in finding jobs. Actually, I have joined the session late. Can you please brief the process? How one can, like Ishika, would you like to brief it in just 30 seconds or something like a proper step? Like just
Okay, so like starting with choosing your domain. Choosing your domain is important, but I also suggest that it's important for you guys to explore as much as possible, especially when you're in college. Secondly, is that you need to, have a resume, and it's really important for you to make sure that in your resume you have the proper skill sets projects present out there when you're applying for some XYZ role. Like if I'm applying for a data science role, I'm just going to post like write down about data science project that I worked in, the skill set which I have in the data science domain. Then thirdly, that is GitHub. Like always keep your GitHub profile active. It's like a resume for the recruiters, for real. Like they won't even like check out your resume that well comparatively to your GitHub profile. If it's active, if you're consistent with it, if they can see your code, your quality of code, obviously you're going to have an upper hand. And then fourth, we have learning in public. So whatever that you're learning, it's really important that you share it with the folks that you have in your circle, because over there a lot of recruiters are there, a lot of people, like a lot of CEOs from good startups, they are actively looking out for people who are active. They won't care about how much knowledge you have, but what they care more about is that if you have the zeal to work with them, if you're consistent or passionate, or you know how to present your work, that gives you a upper hand again. What we mostly lack in finding jobs, I feel it's the confidence that people lack in. So, like, even if you're having, some experience in some domain, it's the confidence of you telling them how much you know. If you're not able to explain yourself about your project, about some project, then obviously you're not going to get the job. With respect to data related jobs, I'm not able to understand. I guess you meant data science. Yeah. How much you have in 1 year contributed in 1 year? Yeah, how much you have in 1 year contributed in 1 year in GitHub? I guess I did quite a lot. You can check out my GitHub profile. Currently, I've been very inactive because I went in the community side, and I was preparing for the placements because I wanted to join a MNC. What if all I have is confidence and no projects? Well, you need to make one project at
Build
least.
those
There has to be something that you can talk about.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay then.
Cool. So yeah, like if you don't have any questions, so like we can just wrap it up here. I confuse what to do, what domain I should choose. That's a
See,
question, I guess.
yeah, that's actually a really important question that a lot of people usually struggle up with. So, like, if you're in your first and second year, just check out every possible domain that are present out there. Try to give at least 21 to 30 days when you're working in something. Like if I'm starting with data and science, it was very boring at first, but then like with time, when I started exploring, I got to know about so many things that I can work on there. So it's important for you to give some time to the domain that you're working on in. And again, like I've already mentioned the domains that are available for you guys. So accordingly, you can make this decision. And in third year, it's important for you guys to work on your projects. And till fourth year, it's important for you to brush up your basic knowledge of DSA, OOPS, OS, networking, and all. I guess I'll be the first person telling you guys to actually focus on that. But if you're applying for a MNC or for a well-known company, you need to have this knowledge. And if you have really good experience in some specific domain or some specific tech field, it's important, you can always go for startups, and working in startups for my end, I guess it's a lot better. I just finished my first year. What are the good opportunities should I look at? Maybe you can just start with Google Summer of Code, or like I've seen a lot of communities who've been having some, open source program. So do check it out, try contributing to it, and try talking to the people who've been like a part of that community, and with that you learn a lot. Yeah, you can definitely see that snake eating. Read me. Startups like Vinayak, would you like to answer to that?
Yeah. So yeah, like I one of my internship was from community only. Like so, I will tell a bit of story about it. Back of the story, how I got it. So. Uh, I started my college when it was like a COVID phase, right? So I was making some sort of like web dev projects and all. So I did had some sort of proof of work with me. So the first event I went to first GDG event, like it's a Google Developer Groups, if you have heard about it. So I went there, and there I found a founder there. So they had a really small team of theirs, like they had like a 4 to 5 members in their team. So I just reached out to them, like I'm looking for some sort of internship and all. So and she was like, let's yeah, let's get on a call and all. So I gave some sort of interview and stuff, and that's how I got my internship to the community. So it's like it's there are no specific names of the startups in which you can apply. It's totally depends upon you, upon your skill set and everything, right? So I will suggest you all to be active in the communities more, and go try going to the events happening around you, because that is the only easiest way I can say, where you can get to know about the founders and the all those startup builders, right? So that is what my take on it, I guess.
Totally agreed. I guess when I was able to answer to your question.
Hmm. Yeah, and talking about like if you are struggling to find the like meetups and all those stuff, so don't worry about it. We'll be posting it on the Discord server. So yeah, you can just join them, and we can just get to you can just get to know about those events. And yeah, I'm just revealing it here, but yeah, we will be having our offline event on 16th of July in Indore only. So if you are from Indore, so we'll share more details about it soon. So yeah, you can come there. There will be a lot of professionals. You can just talk to them and get to know about it. So yeah. So project based versus service based, product based versus service based. Like it's a really common question. Like Ishika, would you like to take it?
Yeah. So, like, my friends would obviously prefer working on a product-based company because, again, you're going to have your own product and it gives you a better pay. That is the main reason why people opt for that. Product-based companies comparatively have a better pay compared to service-based companies. So, like, if I would have to choose, I'll choose product-based only. Service is also good, but then again, it totally depends on the opportunity that you're getting. Doesn't matter on the company. So if you're happy with your work, nothing matters. Like not even the money matters.
Makes sense. Yeah, so I guess we are good to go. Like Ishika shared a lot of things with you. I hope like it's added some sort of value in your tech journey. And yeah, we will be having such sessions, more sessions like this in upcoming days. Like our next session will be around like open source, like purely about like how to get a start and how to find those projects and stuff. Ishika has walked through you regarding like just basics of open source. In the next session, we'll be getting deep dive into it, like how to choose your project, how to find those contribution repositories in which you can contribute and all. So yeah, who to get more connected with the how to get more connected with the community. I will do a very shamelessly plug here. I will just share a link. You can just go there and join. That's how like community works, and yeah, get involved, network with people. Another thing I just want to add, the final note here, that feel free to reach out to me or Ishika or like if you will know like yeah, this person needs this, right? So always do that. That's the really important thing. Like if we need the help, we have to do that. Like yeah, I need some sort of help, and there, believe me, there are people out there who will help you out with the stuff. To be honest, for this first session, I was struggling with like a speaker a lot, but then I just reached out to Shika and she got agree with that. So that's how like community works, and yeah, get involved, network with people. That's yes, that's the thing. Cool. So yeah, we can end it here. Thank you so much everyone for joining in, and yeah, see you in the more events like this. And really, thank you so much Ishika for joining. So can we just have Ishika open the chat just to appreciate her? And yeah, thank you, ma'am. Is also fine. Yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah. So Ishika, you can
Having
see like a lot
some,
of folks has
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I was having some network issue on my end. But then again, thank you folks for joining in, and I hope that I was able to inspire you guys. And I also hope that I didn't bore you guys with the session, and you were able to get something out of it. Amazing.
Yeah, cool.
In the
So
open source, that's amazing. Thanks,
yeah,
Shanti.
cool guys. Like if you we are like just having like some sort of we were working for this for like 4 5 hours straight, so now we just want to chill out, so we will be chilling out on our Discord server. So if you want to join, you can join it. Chansey will share the link and everything here. So yeah, that's all. Again, thank you so much, Ishika. I'm just ending it, like नहीं तो बहुत ज़्यादा extend होते जाएगा. Yeah, you can just join that server. uh, we are just having like we will chilling out there, so cool. I guess yes. Cool. I'll just end this meeting now.